has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Oh, hello everybody, and welcome to my new Let's Play, Darkest Dungeon. As you can see, Darkest Dungeon is a game about making the best of a bad situation. It's essentially telling you don't get attached to your adventurers, because they will die. A lot, depending on how far you push them. Also, it's kind of telling you save your money, considering we'll get into that in a little while. Anyway, this is going to be a modded version of Darkest Dungeon. Now, there's no making this easier, there's no light dungeon, there's no, torchless dungeon mod. It's just extra classes and skins. That's it. As you can see, I already have a thing in the 17th week. We will not be doing that, because that's my personal single-player file. We will be starting here, and we're going to be calling it... what should we call it? Okay, that's it's a crappy name. Okay, I'm not a creative man.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Okay then. So that sets the stage. Our first goal is to get to the Hamlet, where we'll be spending the rest of the... well, not the rest of the game, but a good majority of the game. Now, I should tell you, I will be using, probably Darkest Companion for part of this. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going in this with a little bit of education. I've educated myself on the mechanics and a lot of the things, but not the story. So, I at least want to be able to know what I'm doing, even if I don't know what's going to happen, so to speak. Okay, so we start the game with two characters, a Crusader and a Highwayman. By the way, I think you get an achievement if you take these all the way to the end of the game.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The Hamlet is just
We have
ahead.
2 food. Not good. Anyway, this is just a short little tutorial area.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
Wow-wee, that is not very good starting. That is a pretty hard starting thing after all, actually. There's only so much you can do here in the tutorial battle. This is basically the battle tutorial, so let's just get along with it and get moving.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
I was gonna say we don't have any bandages, so I can't really do anything about it anyway. Now this is Curios introduction. If you didn't watch my Let's Look At, I'll go into this here, I guess. A lot of times when you go to provision for a place, you get like keys, holy water, herbs and spices, and all kinds of other stuff. A lot of times you have to use that on the Curios to make it 100% good. But we don't have any, so let's just try our luck.
A fortune, waiting to be spent. Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
Okay, we surprised them. That's...
An ambush. Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
Okay, so since this game is so heavily based on mechanics and turn-based things, it behooves us to actually go through this, so if you're looking for a fast startup, I guess you should go to another playlist. This is the surprise thing. It means that basically we get a free turn to do whatever in the hell we want. Now you might think, well, why don't you just hit both of them with the Grape Shot Blast, considering if you notice the little red circles all connected, that means it's an AoE. It hits everything in the first 3 rows, which in this case is both of them. The problem with it is, it doesn't do very much damage. And normally you want to try and focus the one in the back down. The problem with this is, I don't think my Crusader can hit the back row. So it would be basically all on my Highwayman to do that while my Crusader softens up the big guy, I guess. Not really a good thing to do, but that was good. Because I believe even with Zealous Accusation, yeah, he takes up 2 spots. So that's the problem with that. And his stun resistance is too darn high for comfort. So it's either try and tank this, or just do some damage. That's why generally you want to take the ones in the back out first. Oh yeah, that hurts like hell. Thankfully, it doesn't really matter all that much who's in front. Okay, you can, like, stop just trying to kill my Crusader before we're even out the gate. That'd be... oh, good God. I guess I was wrong. This is just about the worst case scenario right here. I think I might lose my Crusader before we even get to the damn Hamlet. That's sad. That is freaking sad is what that is. Can you, like, not target him? No, just go ahead and target him. Fuck me, why not? And here we got the AoE. Oh, no, you sure?
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
See, the problem here is now we got a corpse here. And I gotta do this. I gotta change it. Yeah, I know you do. Stop being a little bitch about it and just go with it. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is going pretty poorly already. The game is hell-bent on killing at least the Crusader here. Just to be a dick about it, I guess. I don't know what the hell the point of this is. I'd rather you not die right here, buddy. I really wouldn't. So please, don't miss your frickin' pistol shot. Thank God.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
That was an ordeal. I have never had that much trouble on the tutorial yet. Good God. Now the problem is that is trapped, and I'm not about to try and... were you messing with it? No, let's not mess with it. Good God. I have never had that poor of a thing here. Of course, then again, I never saw point-blank shot. Right, excuse me, right in the beginning of the thing either. Please don't get kleptomania, even though I'm pretty sure you will. Well, that's not good. That's not terrible. For the record, you don't ever really want to be walking backwards, so that's not really good. Oh, that is very good, because I usually play with the torch above 75. But holy crap, the game was hell-bent on almost killing my Crusader.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Okay, so now that we're finally here, after that arduous journey, this is where we're going to be spending a majority of the game. This is our Hamlet, this is our family's estate, what have you. Yeah, I kind of have to, Dima. I kind of have to. Now, in the beginning, you're going to be wondering...
And men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses, all will find their way to us now that the road is clear. What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
I was like, wait, what? Is that a graphical glitch? No, that's just they apparently her default is the 6 outfit in one of my mods. I was like, whoa, holy crap. And just because I like the mod for that, we're going to have her at number 5. So anyway, when you first start, you're going to be a little overwhelmed, like, what in the hell do I even upgrade? Because I can upgrade all these buildings, what do I do? Do I upgrade the tavern, the abbey, you know, the guild, the blacksmith? What do I need to do here? I recommend you upgrade the stagecoach first. Why? Because you're only going to get like 2 heroes per time if you don't.
More arrive, foolishly seeking fortune and glory in this domain of the damned.
And if you recall in the beginning, it said they are expendable, and they very much are very expendable. So you don't want to get attached to the ones you get when you first start the game. Yeah, I know, we're gonna be going. I got at least one more in me.
Of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
You might notice that you can kind of just go right into Darkest Dungeon, right from the get-go. For God's sake, do not fall for this. I almost did the first time. But anyway, the game's kind of already told us what order and what, you know, we're going to be doing here as far as this party group. It's kind of already for, yeah, the usual suspect. Wait, the usual suspects? I never saw that before. I'm guessing that just means, like, that you do what you're supposed to do. Yay! And this is what we're going to get. So I guess that's what we're doing. We're going to the ruins here. We don't have any trinkets. It's always good to look before you go in, make sure you got your trinkets equipped. I made the mistake of that in my Let's Look At, and that was stupid. What skills do you... Ew. Oh, wait, no, that's good. You have Judgment and Dazzling Light. Sometimes they have Mace Bash, and it's like, ew. I don't like Mace Bash on my Vestals. And you have Noxious Blast and Plague Grenade. Not great, but not terrible. I personally like the Blight stuff. A lot of people don't. But it does help when you have a high protection target and you need to take down relatively easily. Not quickly, but easily. Because you can stack Blight, but yeah. Let's get going.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
I do tend to over-prepare. I'm not going to lie here. I don't think it's probably good, but... it's what I do. Because it does waste a lot of money. But, I mean, to be fair, I don't know if the anti-venom's useful here or not. Now that I think about it, I can... you know what? I'm gonna go check. Okay, it turns out... no, in fact, okay, well, that's just because the Plague Doctor's here. I was like, did I buy that? No. It's not really useful here, but it can be useful if someone gets blighted, I guess. Otherwise, it just kind of takes up an inventory slot for no real reason. So... I think that should possibly do it. The reason I like having 2 shovels is sometimes you'll run into blockages, and if you don't have it, it's a lot of stress and it actually hurts. So I want to have at least 1 shovel, preferably 2, so if any curios come in, I can maybe get rid of it. Anyway, let's go. Normally I would take 8 torches, but I'm going to try and let the torch level get a little further down this time. Which is funny because now I actually have someone who benefits from a high torch level. Yes, I know how it works, thank you. Do we have to do a 90 or 100? 90. Okay, so that's even better. Need to be careful, need to pay attention to what I'm doing here. Not walk over any traps, because you can disarm traps, by and large. The Highwayman, I think, is our best one in this group. Well, that was easy enough. By the way, the lower the light... well, I'll get into that in a minute. Okay, that's good for our Crusader. Our Crusader does bonus damage against the undead. A pistol shot would probably be more worth it. It could kill it. Good damage. Good damage. Now you... Does that do damage? No. No, it does not. Well, crap. I could just finish him. That's a good idea.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
And does that... What's his stun? Yeah, 10%? Yeah, sure. Keep the damage off of us. I'm beginning to utilize stuns more, and I got a feeling it's going to have a lot more success now, or I'm going to have a lot more success now.
Another one falls.
Perfect!
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Okay, now unlock Strongbox. If you use a key, it's a waste. But I think there's a % chance where you basically get nothing as well. Or you get, like, blighted or bleed or something. But it didn't happen, so that's good. And now we're scouting. Scouting can take place when you have decently high, like, light. Oh, I was like, why is my light so high? It's because I use dazzling light. I forgot that adds torch power. That's actually really nice. So we can see a battle here, but that's not really a problem. It can be a problem if you don't pay attention, but, I mean, okay, as the light gets lower, you get more stress walking around the dungeon. Monsters, generally, the lower light you go, get more powerful, but you also get more crit chance. They get more crit chance. But if it gets to 0, there's a chance of a really horrible monster spawning and probably killing you.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
That's what I'm talking about. If you just have to clear it by hand, it takes a lot of time, and I think your torch goes down, everybody gets stressed and hurt. Best to just carry a frickin' shovel. Okay, now this. Noxious Blast, Disorienting Blast. What's your stun resist? Ooh, 25. What's the... That's 100% base. Not really worth it. What is kind of worth it would be a good old-fashioned Plague Grenade. Plague does, I think, 4 per turn. So I don't know, but that would be constant damage, and she could hit with the Judgment, and he can hit with a pistol. That might kill her, and he could probably kill one of these. That's probably the better one. I'll get hit by one of these skeletons, but hopefully she'll be dead and keep my stress in check. Oh, for God's sake. Are you just messing with me now? Because, come on, man. There you go. D-Mom, my man. Good. Good, you evasion tank that crap. And now you're gonna finish her.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
As you saw, that did a lot of stress damage. Stress is something we haven't had to deal with yet, but we will. Well, probably soon. Let's go with the one we have more chance to kill.
Be gone, fiend.
Usually, by and large, you want to take the one that's gonna die before, like, softening them both up. Just get rid of one of them so that you don't get all the extra damage from the other one getting a turn. And this one would probably be worth it for an incision.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
A little bit of stress relief. Always a good thing. As you might notice, during battle, your torch does go down. I didn't notice that for the longest time, but it does go down. Is there a thing in the next room? I don't know. I don't remember what that little icon is, but to be safe, I will burn one.